Catan, a simple game of resource management and settlement building. But there are a lot to talk about Catan, because beneath its unassuming interior lies a complex web of strategy, luck, and a whole lot of drama, and maybe even real-world issues like colonialism. Catan, or the Settlers of Catan, was born from the mind of Klaus Teuber, a German dental technician turned game designer who started designing board games as a hobbyist. His most famous creation, Catan, released in 1995, was an instant hit. Over the years, Catan found its way to millions of players worldwide and became a staple of board game culture, spawned multiple expansions, crossovers, and even video games. Catan presents little to no narrative. 4 players are just settlers on an uninhabited island. But this simplicity allows for emergent storytelling as players interact, trade, compete, and try to avoid getting robbed. In the end, the island is terra nullius, a canvas for players to create their own settlements, and with it, unique narratives filled with alliances, betrayals, and dramatic comebacks. Catan's similarly minimalistic aesthetic, with its iconic hexagonal tiles, simple cards, and wooden pieces, prefers functionality over aesthetics. And it works just right. The hexagonal-shaped tiles in particular creates a sense of interconnectedness, allowing players to interact with multiple neighboring tiles. This visually simplistic but robust design contributes to the game's enduring appeal. Catan's mechanics are deceptively simple. Players roll dice, collect resources, and use them to build settlements, cities, and roads. However, the interplay between resource management, trading, and strategic planning creates a rich and complex gaming experience. The core mechanic of resource gathering is essential for building and developing settlements. Players must carefully manage their resources to ensure they have enough to build and expand. Players can choose to build multiple towns or opt to upgrade them into cities early on. One can build many roads as possible and try to claim the longest road card, which gives bonus victory points. Or, similarly, invest into development cards to form a formidable army of knights, which also gives bonus points. But players should bear in mind that these bonuses can change hands during the game, resulting in possible late-game drama where a sudden move tipped the scales considerably. The trading system is an important aspect of Catan. Players can trade resources with each other to acquire what they need. This mechanic fosters social interaction and strategic negotiation, often leading to complex alliances and betrayals. The players who have settlements near harbors, though, have the privilege to act socially awkward, being a loner and engage trade with the bank in a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 rates, an introvert's dream indeed. As with every game that has it, the dice roll introduces an element of chance, making every game unique. A lucky roll can lead to get rich resources that enables rapid expansion, while an unlucky streak can derail even the best laid plans. There is also the robber, who can be controlled through a dice roll and be used to attack selected players. But every so often, someone rolls 7 and the robber steals indiscriminately, which is always a sight to behold. Catan was designed as a physical, tactile experience, a straightforward board game with dice and cards, things that's been around for ages. But Catan also found new life in the digital age. The online versions offer accessibility. Friends can play from anywhere, anytime. Of course, there's something inescapable about the original format. The tactility, the feel of the wood, and the cards in your hands. Digital Catan is convenient, sure, but the analog version brings a unique intimacy, a real social experience. Now, let's tackle an interesting angle, a post-colonial reading of Catan. Here's a game about settlers on an uninhabited island, claiming resources and expanding territory. In the slide, Catan takes on a new tone, a game reflecting colonial expansion, where discovery and resource exploitation are the main actions. Catan presents this idea of terra nullius, land belonging to no one, an assumption that erases any pre-existent claims or peoples. Players play to exploit resources and expand, which is suspiciously similar to colonial practice. Also, there's the knight card, which becomes more than just a game piece. It's a nod to the use of military might to secure resources and suppress competitors. Since it's not just there to counter the robber, it basically acts as the robber. And then there is the monopoly card, which is pretty self-explanatory. And while trading fosters diplomacy, it also underscores the uneven exchanges that often defined global trade. Of course, is Catan itself a critique of colonialism? Probably not, since it's a pretty sincere game without any cynical elements. But seeing it through this lens lets us reflect on history, on the stories people enact, even in play. It's fascinating that such simple mechanics can echo something much larger, revealing truth about human ambition and our relationship to the land and each other.